see that bit. It's getting pink. Back in the rhododendrons again, just thought I'd keep show you what happens here. It's been very wet, so it's not quite, that's unusual. I was going to do a little piece on, look at this, right? Look at this, it's all pink, everything. I was going to do a piece on Runnymede, why, because I'm being specific about me, what I think this place represents. Because I think it's unique of eco-villages and even Occupy, it's unique. And I'll tell you why it is, because it can only become unique. It wasn't forever unique, but it's become it, and it's staying that way at the moment because we've been here nearly 2 years now, and what's happened here is it's an ungated community. I think pretty much unique in terms of, these are great, I'm going to pick these up, these are burning. These come off this tree here. This is like, just take a look at this, right? I don't know if you can see it, the sun's a bit shiny for me. I can't see, you can see under here, I'm going to go in the shade. Look, it's all kind of like dreamy here. You'd love it here. It's just completely dreamy. I can't really understand why you're not here. Anyway, look, so from the Gardens of Eden, because this is really as close as you get. I mean, God, I slept here for 2 weeks. This is under the old. This is the tree. Look, this is a tree. There's the acorns, and it waxes. What we're unique in the Runnymede is unique in that there's no. It's open gated. Anyone can walk on here, set a place, and set up and see what happens. We don't have meetings. We don't have politics. We don't have anything official as yet. We don't have any gatherings where we meet and talk regularly. We just don't do it. We meet and talk as kind of people who get to know each other, and either you're kind of like form a friendship or you don't. It's as simple as that. And I don't think there's any others I like that I know of. And what it is for me is just I think it represents what it represents is after I'm going to be broad again, right? After okay, we've had democracy for over 100 years, or some form of it, and some form of it for much longer, and then previous to that, despot kings and queens and attacks and all sorts of fucking trouble. Well, we've had democracy where we supposedly haven't had any trouble, supposedly, except some people think it's us who are giving trouble out. Well, I can back that up with a lot of evidence actually, but we ain't going on there now anyway. This is the Shroomy Bar again, but what I'm saying is I think this place is unique in that it's open, and what I think democracy and everything, just about everything needs now is space. It's the space, you can call it the space between if you like. It's space to stop being such dicks and having stupid meetings where we don't sit down and really, really talk. This is like, we have an agenda, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, in that world, I'm afraid it's totally impersonal. I know the military, don't go too much on personalization. I wonder why, don't make it personal. Well, of course not. If you're being, if you're in a line of hierarchy where there's a boss above you with, an idea of how things happen, you obey, right? You just do what you're told. There's no question about being personal by me. But, what I'm saying is that that's how everything works. Don't get personal. Well, fuck off. I'm getting personal, man. This is personal to me. And I think it's about time the world became personal again. Individual, personal, sovereign. Who am I? Explaining myself to the world and how I reacted within it. Time. And this is this is given a lot of, this place is actually it's got a lot of visitors and a lot of people who come back up and stay a bit and then go away again, and no one minds any of it. It's about there's quite a few people who are actually living here permanently now, and those there's quite a few people who are intent on doing things with this place, and me included. Design. We have indeed design. How much have I done? 5. Okay. So that in a nutshell is basically I think it's there might be one day when we can say, well, we know what a community is, and that we know how it's done. But I think you need space to be able to be able to understand how you sit down and talk to other people in the same room without putting, an agenda on things. Because at the end of the day, what's got to happen is that actually people have got to talk and talk until they drop. Basically, you've got to talk. Who are you? Where's your story? What's your background? Instead of a census of numbers, what we need is a census of stories, personal ones. And we're so dick at being able to do that because I grew up in a world where, oh man, that's a bit deep. I don't go that deep. And I actually thought I was weird because I did. And now I realise I wasn't. It's just people are frightened, aren't they? Anyway, so my view. But we've got to come out of that, and this place is it's where some of that's going to happen. I'm absolutely fucking sure. The time is coming. Hey, Jingo.